Today I'm going to show you how to make this super pretty 3-colour pop version of the bow that I did yesterday, which is this one, the curved cup bow. Okay, it's in 3-inch ribbon. This one does eat a lot of ribbon because it's 6 pieces of 3-inch ribbon at 48 centimetres a piece. So like I said, it is a lot of ribbon that goes into it. And the other thing is, because it's the same process on both parts, I've already got one ready made, and I haven't actually heat sealed my edges because when it comes to stitching it makes it much more difficult, so we're going to do that after. So that part's already made, and like I said, the steps are exactly the same on the second piece, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Put that one to one side. I've got the 3 pieces for the other side here, and I've also got a picture tutorial, and this is the 2 colours in the print. So like I said, this is a lovely print ribbon here, and then you've got your pop of pink here, and I've also done a sunflower version like this, and this is 2 colours, well, a print and a colour. And like I said, you can really play around with these bows, they're so cute. Like I said, they're 2-inch ribbons. I've got the measurements for 1.5-inch ribbon as well, so I'll put them all in the description box for you. So like I said, 6 pieces ribbon, you want 3 pieces for each size. It's all 3-inch ribbon and it's 48 centimetres each, and that'll all be in the description box for you. Okay, so the colour you want at the bottom, the outside, is the colour that should be at the bottom, and then obviously the middle next, and then the colour you want showing on this layer is the top one. Okay, so all 3 layers are layered on top of each other. 1, 2, 3. What we want to do, make sure all edges are nicely lined up and our ribbon is completely levelled off. And on this one, we want to pin in at 16 centimetres, like so. And we also want to go 2 centimetres from there and pin in at what would be 16 centimetres. There we go, so as you see, sorry, 14. So gone in at 16 and then 2 centimetres difference, so that would be 14 in total. And again, I'll put all these measurements in the description box below for us, so we don't miss anything or change anything. The other thing I do at this point is we need to make a dot on the second pin, so the 14 2 centimetre one. We want to take a pen, because you won't see this at all. We want to go right in the middle, so at 1.5 inches. We want to make a teeny tiny dot here, because this is how we get the colours to pop. Okay, so we take our sides from the left, so this side, and what you want to do is where that dot is, you want your corner here to be just there. You want that dot, that edge against that dot, halfway up your ribbon. And I'm just going to take my clip and I'm going to hold there, because the other thing is this side, we want these edges here to all stay in perfect alignment. We want that turn to all be nice and tight and all of these be at that corner. So take the next side from the left. And what you want to do is from that original point, we want to go 1 centimetre up each layer. So 1 centimetre. Again, use your clip, move it a little bit further along. Use this one to make sure that that corner is still nice and tidy and all your layers are in order. And again, this last one from the left, keep that all lined up at the bottom. We want to go 1 centimetre up on this side. There we go. So that's all in alignment. This is what it will look like this, and this is the inside. and this is the back of the bow. Okay, because I want this corner to stay nice and tight, I'm going to use this clip instead. It's a bulldog clip. It's just a little bit more secure because we need to make sure that that area's straight so it doesn't make the bow look sit funny. And the other thing I'm going to do is, before I cut anything, I'm going to take some pins because we don't want this to slip. And I'm just going to pop some pins across this edge here to hold this in place so it doesn't move when we cut and ruin all of our hard work of getting all those in the alignment in the centimetres and everything like that. So there we go. That's what it looks like now, and we're going to cut from this side so we can use this edge as a guide. And at this point you can take this pin out because that second one's no longer important. Okay, so we can take our scissors, and like I said, using that edge here as a guide. Careful. Cut all the way along. Go underneath your pin. There we go. And you'll get 3 little pieces like this. And this is what your front or back will look like. And this is what the front now looks like. The other thing I'm going to do is 2 centimetres in. So 2 centimetres, which is there. I'm going to cut up against all of them like that to get this effect. And we're going to heat seal these as well. Don't want any fraying in a bow. There we go, and there's the original dot, but like I said, don't worry about it because it's all going to be hidden in the bow. And there's our original pin, and like I said, we're going to use that as our fold down for the triangle point. Okay, so make sure that they're all like so, all lined up against that edge. We want to fold down like this. So we have this nice triangle shape. We want to keep this triangle point as sharp as possible. Okay, and from your pin, turn this over, and again I'm going to use one of these clips because they're nice and secure. Keep that nice and tight. Make sure all your edges are all lined up. I might trim mine down a little bit so that they're all the same. A little heat seal. Okay, you can move that clip one out of the way, and then what you want to do is take all of these. We want all of this to line up with this edge here. Okay, I'm just going to move that clip, pop that there, and we're going to add a second one just here. So you've now got 2 pieces. So like I said, you repeat the second step like this. Now normally I would have advised you to heat seal all along there where we cut. Now if we do this, what happens is it's a nightmare to stitch. It is so difficult to stitch because you've melted the ribbon together and it doesn't want to cinch and you're likely to break your thread. So instead of telling you to heat seal at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to put stitches in and then we're going to heat seal it afterwards. And this will just save us from that making it difficult to stitch. And we're going to do 12 stitches across. And like I said, I won't count because like I said, if I count on camera, I'm absolutely terrible. So we're going to move that to that side, and we want to start from above. And we want to be going through both sides of the triangles, through all the 3 layers here, and through all the 3 layers there. So it's a lot of bulk, which is why, like I said, your middle can be quite messy. And like I said, it's quite difficult to stitch through because like I said, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 layers there and 6 layers all the way along. So like I said, that's why it is bulky and a little bit messy. So that's number 1. And we're going to do 12. and once you're moving across you can move your pin out of the way, but leave them in until you've stitched across so that your edges are all nicely lined up. Move that one now. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull that through. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I can take the pin out at the end here as well. Okay, so the other thing is I'm going to cinch this side first like this. And as you can see, we've got those frayed edges, so make sure your thread's well out of the way. And now we're going to seal while it's cinched. We seal those edges now, like I said, but like I said, do it that way. Like so. Because we're going to keep that side cinched as much as possible, and we're going to start again on this side from the triangle point, because that will turn it so it comes this way. Okay, so move this side down out of the way and start in from your point, and like I said, you're going through your 12 layers to start with. Okay, and we're going to do another 12 stitches, and I'll show you the back on this one so you can see. Try and keep them as even as possible, but don't worry too much if you don't. It will still work, it will just look prettier the better you get at balancing them. Okay, like I said, making sure you're catching all your layers, because if you miss one, that's where it will start to slip and look messy. Watch your fingers on the other needles as you're going along. And yourself, as you saw there. Like I said, don't be overly concerned about the fraying at the minute, because like I said, we're going to fix it once it's all done. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got 12 on that side as well. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit while it's like this before I cinch it, because this one's fraying a little bit more than the other side. Like I said, make sure your thread's well out of the way. Okay, and then we can take this pin out. Like I said, I'll leave the clips on until I'm 100% certain everything is going to be okay. Okay, and again, if there's any more fraying that you can see, cinch it together, make sure your thread's well out of the way. Move it out the way of your other side as well. And seal the rest when it's partially cinched, so it's nice and easy to get your thread through. Okay, and then we're going to line this side up like so, and we're going to stitch back through the creases on this side. Now, like I said, it is super thick, so don't be afraid to use your desk to help you push the needle through and get it all the way through the other side. And then pull it as tight as you possibly can, like so, and then we're going to do a stitch across the back over the front to anchor it together as well. So we're going to go through the edge, and we want to go through our layers. And again, at this point, there's still a little bit of fraying. So just get in there like so. Just get rid of that mess. Across there. And across the other side. And pull like so. And because it's so big and bulky, we're going to do this a couple of times to keep our cinch tight and to make sure that the sides are anchored together. If you ever need any more help on any tutorials that I do as well, I have a Facebook page and group. I'm always about answer any questions that you might need help with. If I ever don't answer straight away, it means that I'm in the middle of some sort of ribbon project, or I've been distracted by new pretties, and just nudge me and ask me again, because like I said, I don't forget people, I just get distracted at times. It's just my natural personality. I'm either hyper focused or as scatty as anything, and I have absolutely no in between at all. So there we go. A couple of stitches, and as you can see, that's made that nice and tight. So now we're going to do a couple of stitches on the back, and then we can take all our clips off because we're nice and secure. Like I said, this one does take a little bit of work and a little bit of patience, purely because of the amount of layers that we've got in the bow. So like I said, it's 12 layers or 6 layers in most places. So like I said, it takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more time, but it's definitely worth it for how pretty it is. So there we go. That's all secure now, so we can snip that off. Put my thread out the way. Those clips over there. Put that back on my work basket out of the view. There we go. So as you can see, it is quite a bulky middle with regardless. So even if we wrap this, this is not going to take care of all the messiness in the middle. So we're going to do a nice scrunch middle, and I'll show you how to do that as well. And I also use a slightly bigger clip on these ones. Because it's a bigger size, I use 60mm clips instead of my standard 45s. And as you can see, they're a little bit bigger, a little bit wider and a little bit bigger. That just give the bows a little bit more support. So, like I said, have a selection if you're going to start making the bigger bows on a regular basis. Let's just put some glue across there, like so. I'm just going to pop that on the back, and we're going to hold that down for a moment or two so it sets. Okay, so that's that one done, and we've got this 9mm heat seal the end, touch of glue there. I'm going to turn that back over, open our clip on its centre, pop that there, hold it down for a couple of seconds till it sets. Wrap this round, and as you can see, it hides most of that, but not all of it. So like I said, that's where the scrunch is going to come in. So don't be concerned about this too much, because like I said, it's all going to be tucked away under our 1" ribbon, or you could even use 1.5" depending on what you personally prefer the look of. So play around with this and do whatever you personally like, because like I said, it's always about you making your own pretty versions. You don't have to follow me every single step of the way. You could do a knotted centre as well, a nice big chunky knot. And I have a whole tutorial of different types of centres, so I'll link that below as well for you. Okay, so there you go. Like I said, it's quite pretty by itself, but like I said, it pinches a little bit here. So like I said, what we're going to do is going to take this, and I normally do these about 4 inches because they're a bit bigger and wider than a standard middle. So we start with 4, and then we can always work down if we need a little bit less. So one side, you make an S shape to the left. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that side to the middle. We're going to work out roughly how much we need. I'm twisting it round like this. We just need to cut that just a little bit shorter, not too much, like that. and we're going to do the S to the right now. So the dip's that side on this bit and the dip's this side on the other side. Pinch that, be careful of your fingers. And then we're going to glue on the flat side here. You could also put a nice big chunky clay or a resin as well. That would help to cover up some of that. But like I said, if you just want a nice simple bow, like I said, your scrunch or your knot would be the best look. I'm just going to catch that because there's a little bit free on the back there that I can see. Okay, so bring that round. Like I said, glue this side. And there we go. Our super pretty 3-coloured curvy cut bow. Like I said, so pretty. It is a little bit complicated, it is a little bit bulky, and it does eat a lot of ribbon, but like I said, it is super pretty and it is definitely worth the time. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!